What's good, YouTube? Big Mac here, back again to do some OU and UU battles with my brother-in-law. Well, here we go. As you can see, I have an OU team comprised of my favorite Pokemon, and I beat with Arbok and sometimes others Hulk, aka Machamp. And I believe I switch into Reuniclus here, or Reuniclus, and I go for the Psychic, but he hits me with that Dynamic Punch, he gets the Confused, and I'm pretty sure I hurt myself with confusion, but it's all good. Yeah, these are my favorite 6 Pokemon. Oh, I didn't hurt myself with confusion, I hit him with the Psychic. And I believe I switch into the Arbok because he is a Fairy type, and I go for the Gunk Shot. And I believe he switches out into, his Hulk again. Nope, Staraptor. And I go for the Gunk Shot and miss, and I switch out into the T-Tar to get that Sandstorm up, but I forgot I do not have Hone Edge. I forgot I do not have Stone Edge on here. And I believe I go for the Dragon Dance because I know he's going to switch out into Charizard. Yes, I do. I go for the Dragon Dance, and then I believe I go for another Dragon Dance. He goes for the Outrage. Now he's locked into that, and I get my Citrus Berry health back, and I go for the Dragon Dance. And I am ×2 attack, ×2 speed. Let's get that Dark Pulse up. It doesn't do too much, only about 40%. And he goes the Outrage again, and now he's confused. I go for the Dark Pulse again and take him down to about 10 HP. And he gets hurt by confusion. That's a dead Charizard. The Sandstorm's decided, which is kind of sucky because I wanted to switch out to my Mega Garchomp here. But I end up just staying in and go for the Earth Power, which does nothing. He gets a Dynamic Punch off, kills the T-Tar, and that's a dead T-Tar. I go out to Reuniclus, and I believe he switches out into his Gallade. I go for the Psychic, and that is a good amount of damage done on that Gallade. A good amount. And he goes for the Hypnosis, gets the Sleep, which is ridiculous. I told him he was a fag for doing it, and he still is. So I just keep playing Psychic. He goes for Dream Eater, which is a weird set for Gallade. He has, I believe he has Hypnosis, Dream Eater, Psychic, and Nightmare? Something like that. But I keep clicking Psychic, still asleep. Come on, Reuniclus, I know you can wake up. I believe he wakes up on this turn, and I use a Psychic and take him out. No, 24% left. Okay. He goes for the Psychic, does nothing. I believe I go for the Psychic again and take him out. And that's a dead Gallade. That was one of his most annoying Pokemon due to that Hypnosis bullshit. And I believe I'll go for a Psychic here just because I know he's going to outspeed and kill me. And that's a dead Reuniclus. I believe I'll go out into the Arbok here to get that Gunk Shot off and take him out. Because you know how fairies are with that poison. They don't like it. And that's that is a dead Gardevoir. My mascot's putting in work this episode. I go for the Earthquake because I wouldn't go for an Earthquake against an electric type. He goes for the Hyper Beam, he must recharge. Get that shit out of here. That clean 100% done. I go for the Earthquake again just to get some damage off so my Arbok put in work. Took out 2 pokes. Gotta love it. I found out my Braviary. I go for the Brave Bird, take out his Hulk, and that is a dead Machamp. He has 1 Pokemon left, I have 3. I believe I go for the Bulk up here. He goes for the Close Combat, which does a surprising amount of damage. And I go for the Bulk up, get my defenses up, because I know he's going to go for that Close Combat again, but it still kills. That's a dead Braviary. I love Braviary due to sheer force because Brave Bird Recoil doesn't matter. I send it out to the Mega Garchomp, go for the Stone Edge, and that is a dead Staraptor. That is the first battle. He was changing teams up. So no, he didn't change teams. Yes, he did. He changed his Venusaur around. And I had my OU Trick Room team out now. And I go for the Trick Room off jump with Porygon 2 with a high special D, and big defense, because that EDO Light's putting in work. He goes for the Toxic, which is a weird thing to run on Charizard. He knows what's about to go down. He goes Trick Room, puts in work. I believe I go out into the Azumarill here to go for that Aqua Jet, and he switches out into, I want to say Machamp. Switches into Machamp. I go for the Aqua Jet. Goes 20%. Not too bad, but not what I wanted. This is a Choice Band Azumarill, so I switch out into the Rioniclus. He goes for the Dynamic Punch, gets it fucking confused, which is bullshit. You shouldn't be able to get confused every time with that move. It's freaking retarded. I don't think you can, but it just happens that way. I go for the Psychic because I'm confused. No, I switch out into the Azumarill. And I believe I go for the Play Rough? I want to say I go for Play Rough. Or I switch out. One of the two. Not too sure. I switch out into Porygon 2 so I can get that Trick Room up, but he goes for the close combat. And he takes me down a good bit. So he's going to outspeed and he's going to take out my Porygon 2. That's a dead Porygon for you. So that's a little beat. And I go out to my Cofagrigus. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be switching out here. And I think I go for the Nasty Plot. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure I go for the Nasty Plot. Nope, for the Trick Room. Trick Room. Stupid. Now I go for the Nasty Plot because I outspeed. He goes for the Shadow Ball. It's super effective, but now I outspeed him. I have 2x special attacks. So I'm going to hit him with that clean Shadow Ball and get that clean 100% kill. And that's a dead Gardevoir. And the Cofagrigus has put in the work he's needed. Take out that Gardevoir. He sends out his Venusaur. Go for the Shadow Ball. Get that clean 89%. He goes for the inside Cofagrigus due to the lowering of my special defense. I thought he was gonna be able to live that, but I guess not. So I go out into the Heatran. I go for the Overheat, and I believe he goes up to Charizard. It does a good amount of damage, even because we're in the sun. 46%, not that bad. And I'm pretty sure I switched to Azumarill, Aqua Jet, and he switches out into his Machamp, and I'm pretty sure it does a good 20% again. Let's see. This is what sucks about live recording, because you have to wait for the turn, and there it is. The Machamp, Aqua Jet, 22% this time. Huge power, that nice huge power. I send out Rioniclus. He goes for a Dynamic Punch. Gets the freaking confused again, which is really annoying. And he goes for the Seismic Toss, which does nothing. I hurt myself. Sunlight faded. So I believe this is going to be a dead Rioniclus because, I mean, why? Just why? Why? School crap. Fuck you. I send out Azumarill. Pretty sure I misclicked and hit Superpower. But it does kill. So I'm pleased. I'm pretty sure that. I'm very pleased. Very pleased with that. He sends out Staraptor, and I believe I die to a Brave Bird here, or I switch out. Not totally sure, but we'll see. I hit the super. Nope. Yep. I die from Brave Bird. There it is. I'm dead. Okay. That's a dead Azumarill. I sent out the Heatran. I believe I go for the Overheat just to get some damage down on that Staraptor. But he goes for U-turn, and I believe he goes out into his Charizard again. He popped my balloon. I got the Overheat. 5% left on my Charizard. And I believe he goes for the EQ. Super effective, but I kill with the Dragon Pulse, and that's a dead Charizard. So I have 2 left, and he has 3. Now he goes up to his Venusaur. He goes for the Synthesis, thinking he's not going to outspeed. And I go for the Overheat and take him out. Now he has 2 left. I believe he sends out his Gallade or Staraptor, one of them two, because that's the only two he has left. I'm pretty sure he sends out, yeah, he sends out the Gallade. Pretty sure I go for the Overheat, but he is too fast, too furious. Nope. And we both missed. He missed the Hypnosis, I missed the Overheat, which blows cock. He goes for the Psychic, and that's a dead Heatran. Now, I'm pretty much fucked here. So, Conk, you better put in some kind of work. He goes for the Psychic, I believe. Doesn't kill. Gets me down 25%. I go for the Payback. Thought it would kill, but it doesn't. I get the Burn Orb because this is a Guts Conk. I just wanted to try it out. And it gets the kill, so we're both down to one Pokemon, but he has a Staraptor left. I have 14 HP, 14% HP, and a Burn. He's got 80%, and it's a Flying type, so that's a dead Conk. Now, this is where he was changing. I actually for a Yu-Gi battle, and this is where he was changing up. And I was trying out my Yu-Gi team real quick, and this is the power of Cloyster. Like, this is ridiculous. I go for the Cell Smash. He goes for the Sticky Web. You know I got that herb on him, so he gets all that power back. I go for the Rock Blast. It's a crit. Gotta love them crits. 89%. That's 11%, and that's a dead Galvantula. He goes into the Gallade, I go for the Icicle Spear, and that is a dead Gallade, and this is where he forfeits. I really just wanted to show it because he forfeited because of the power of Cloyster. But we'll move on to the next battle here. This is our Yu-Yu battle. And I believe this is our last battle. He's got the Aggron, Chandelure, Gardevoir, Metagross, Kingdra, and Umbreon, and I'm going with the Yu-Yu team you just saw before with the Cloyster. Now I go for the Cell Smash here, thinking he's probably going to switch out due to him being a Dragon Water, but he goes to the freaking Draco Meteor, and he takes me out, which is ridiculous. I figured Cloyster would be able to live any attack he threw at me, but it didn't work like that. I gotta send out my Noivern because I know I'm going to be faster, and I'm going to take him out with my own Draco Meteor here in a few minutes, a few seconds, whenever he picks his move, because he's a slow bastard. And that's a dead Kingdra. That is 100% damage. We like it, we like it, we like it. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go. This battle is nice. It's probably my favorite, one of my better battles, excuse me. He was out with the Chandelure. I believe I go into the Forretress, not too sure. Yeah, I go into Forretress. He goes for the Dark Pulse, which does nothing. I believe I go for, I want to say Moonblast. He gets the Burn with the Fire Blast. I go for the Moonblast. Does 30%. Not too shabby, but I'm at 50% with the Burn. I believe I go for the Aromatherapy to get that Burn off. And he switches out, which is great for me because I get the Burn away. And then I get the HP back. I'm back in the green, He sends out the Umbreon. I get the Moonblast from the Umbreon. He's pissed. I do the moon. He goes. I predicted this shit out of him right here. He goes for the Protect, so I go for the Aromatherapy. And he was like, "What the fuck? The one time you don't attack." I was like, "Dude, I taught you how to use that Umbreon." And now I'm Moonblast and take it out. And that's a dead Umbreon. He tried to Toxic Stall me, like I told him, but you can't beat the master at his own game. He sends out Aggron. I don't know why I stayed in here. I should have went out to my Arcanine and got that clean Flare Blitz off, but I go for the Energy Ball. Get a crit. Gotta love them crits, baby. And that he goes for Double Edge. Takes out at least 25% of his HP with Recoil. Takes me down to 10%. I go for the Moonblast just to get some damage done in it. I get that clean 43% HP. And that is going to be a dead Forretress and soon to be a dead Aggron. As soon as this fool picks his move, I go for the Moonblast and I outspeed, and that is a dead Aggron. 10-4 Captain. Gotta love it. He's got 3 left, I got 5 left. The Gardevoir. Okay. I stay in, I go for the Moonblast, but he's faster, gets that Psychic off and takes me out. I go into, I believe I go into my Mega Aggron, a Mega Evolve, and I go for the metal burst because I know he's going to be faster, but he goes for the goddamn hypnosis. Puts me the fuck to sleep, which is quite bullshit. And I believe I go for the metal burst again. There's only 47. It should have been super effective. I don't understand that, but whatever. He gets the psychic off. He goes for the psychic. I go for the earthquake, take him out. He gets down about 20% on me, and then he goes for the bullet punch, which does shit. And I hit the earthquake. He's down to 39%, but I activated his weakness policy, which is kind of cool set if you ask me on the Metaverse. But that's neither here nor there. And we are going to kill off that Metagross with another earthquake. And he sends out his Chandelure, which is his last Pokemon. I believe I go for the Thunder Punch just to get some damage off. But he goes for that goddamn Fire Blast, and he gets that kill. I send out my Arcanine, and with the balloon, gotta have that balloon Arcanine, and I go for the Crunch, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to outspeed here and take out that Chandelure, which is great. And I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate the scubs. I really appreciate the subs. Everything, guys. It's awesome. Keep subbing. Keep on liking. This is Big Mac here. Have a great night.
Trap service announcement. Real niggas is back. DJ Holiday.
Holiday season.
Gucci. Trap back.
When I first started back in 1995,
Yeah.
I wasn't moving keys. I was